What up, Dokkanners? The chain battle event is back. This time we are facing the first form FRIEZA. So in today's video, we're going to be doing our first few runs on this event. And I've already burned up all of my junk runs so I can focus exclusively on the good runs to see if we can get a top 1% score. Now, as usual, we always start off by going over the advantageous categories: Pure Saiyans, Low Class Warriors, Storied Figures. Basically, this is the Bardocks and the Vegetas versus FRIEZA. That's basically how this is going to go. So when you're setting up your support line, that's basically what you want to be doing. So when you're looking for the best units, you want to go for the units that are red sparkly. That's the best way to classify it. So if you want to find those units, all you got to do is filter out the 3 advantageous categories, which are Pure Saiyans, Storied Figures, and what was the last one? Low Class Warriors. So Low Class Warriors is here. Storied Figures might be further down. I don't remember where that is, actually. Storied Figures. Oh my gosh. Where the heck is Storied Figures? Is it in the same red? There it is. Okay. So these are the 3 categories. Let's do partial match. And let's see what we got. So actually, first thing you should do is full match, because if they're in every single category, that is the best thing you could possibly get. And that is what we're getting here. So all of Team Bardock is in here. So if you can pick all of the Bardocks that you can possibly find, that is the best way to go. And then if you can't do that, going for the next best thing, which would be Team Bardock. Now, if you want more specifics on it, here is the graphic courtesy of Misaka on Twitter. So this basically shows you what is the best possible way to go about setting this up. If you don't have each one, move further down the list. So from the top left on the S rank, you want to have the LR Bardock here. This unit with his EZA is fantastic. So that would be option number 1. You have to have that on your support line. Next best thing would be the Dokkan Festival Bardock, which a lot of you might not have. But the good news is there's a lot of other options for you that you don't have to necessarily have that tech Bardock there. And of course, this is ultimately to help out your teammates or your friends in the Dokkan community. So while it may not seem like it's helping you directly, it will, because the more people that utilize your support lines, the more what are they called? I'm kind of blanking right now. The more little Tide Pod thingies that you get. So you want to be setting up the best possible lineup that you can. So this is what I've come up with. All of the Bardocks that I could possibly get. I just went down the checklist and I went in order of which ones are better, and I got those. So that is my setup here. The LR Team Bardock is a little bit of an anomaly because this is a joined forces unit. It sort of messes with like the link set because of a joined forces unit. It's a little bit different. So if you can just bring all Bardocks, I think that's better. I don't know for sure though, but yeah, I don't, if you can avoid it, try not to bring that Team Bardock. So that's the super side. And then you're going to do the same exact thing for the extreme side. With a full match, it doesn't work because Low Class Warriors and Vegetas simply don't mix. So you'd have to do a partial match, and let's see what we get. Well, in terms of red sparklies, we've got the King Vegeta unit. So if you've got King Vegeta, that's going to be the way to go. Obviously, you can't pick up exclusively King Vegeta. You need more than that. But as you can see in the top row here, the King Vegetas do reign supreme. So if you got the TUR, if you've got the SSR, that will be better. That obviously means you're gonna have to take some time to farm them out. But that is, of course, if you're interested in getting more of those emblems of cooperation. If you don't care so much, don't worry about it. But the more King Vegetas you have, the better. I know some people even go further beyond just having like these 3 different versions of them, even the SSR. They'll go further as to like divide this King Vegeta TUR or SSR into like the SR 3-star version, the SR 4-star version, all that crazy stuff. So if you want to do that, you can. And then other units, if we go further down the list, we can see Namek or Saiyan Saga Vegeta. So what other Saiyan Saga Vegetas you can find, add those. And then also Raditz is in here. So that is my setup. If you can best emulate this, do what you can. If you cannot, just go for what you think logically works amongst those 3 categories. So there's your support line. Now let's jump in and take a look at the scores. So looking at the scores now, we've got all of the chain battle gods and demigods already going at it. So since this is night 1, hour 1, we don't have everything in stone yet, but we're looking at some pretty decent scores already. So the formula for success, I've seen, I've heard some talk through the grapevine that a double LR Bardock is the optimal setup. And as you can see in this diagram here, that definitely shows, right? Best support line unit, best connector, and best attacker. So if you're a hardcore Dokkanner who has been playing for a while, you might be able to facilitate this and get yourself a much higher score, but you don't need this to rank in the top 1%. So that is going to make things a lot easier in terms of like setup. If you've got double these guys, the setup is less important to secure the top 1%. But if you don't have that, you're going to have to make do with either the Team Bardock LR attacker or perhaps the Tech Bardock. I think for me, I'm probably going to have the LR Team Bardock as the attacker, and I'm going to have the LR Physical Bardock as the connector. Let's see if there's anything higher. I think 160 is roughly the score to beat right now. Obviously, for a top 1%, you don't have to be 160. You probably want to be like 145. Actually, let me see what the ranking is right now. Ranking. Raise your rank by 79 million. Oh, okay. That's to get into the next rank. Sure. Okay. Let's just try this out. Let's jump in and let's see what we can do. So let's get the LR Team Bardock in here, which is this dude right here. And then let's go for full Bardocks. So top 1% setup, don't bring anybody else except for Bardocks. No Tora, no Fasha, no nothing. Just bring Bardocks. So that's what we're going to do. Let's bring in all the Bardocks that we can. We have a Team Bardock in there. I'm a little bit wary of that. I would like to get the same setup minus the Team Bardock. I don't know if that's possible. But if it's unavoidable, then we will just make do. But this one's actually pretty good right here. This one gives us a wide variety of Bardock. So I'm going to start with that. So what's our point setup here? We've got... okay, we got 90. 92. Okay. Now for the extreme side, we want to go for the LR Vegeta as the attacker or the connector. As you can see right here in the diagram. Right there, it shows the Vegeta right there as the double S category. So if you don't have that, go for the AGL-TUR instead. So with him as our connector, we want to find King Vegetas and Saiyan Saga Vegetas exclusively. No Raditz in there to dilute the pool or anything like that. If we can try to just get all Vegetas, the family Vegeta, we will be in really good shape. So here, oh, I can't. Every single one of them has a Raditz. Oh, okay, this one's good. Actually, this one's pretty good. So this one's got the LR, this one's got the TUR Physical and the SSR AGL. That's probably the best option we've got given that this is night 1, hour 1. So we're just gonna go ahead and try this out. Let's see what this can give us. And if we need to change it up, we will. This gives us 78. Let's just try this out. See how we do. And I am recording this before the top of the hour. So the support lineups will reset every 30 minutes. So at the top of the hour, at the bottom of each hour, the support lines will change. So if you're using friend Bob and his support line is, I forgot about this. Woo. And he's using a support line that looks one way, in 30 minutes, it will change. So here, what do we want to do? I really don't know what to pick here. I'm going to go for Bardock because the Bardocks fit all the categories. So I'm going to pick the LR Bardock, the Tech Dokkan Festival one, and the STR free-to-play one because he's got an easy A. So let's try that. Let's see how that goes. Oh, I almost screwed that up. That would have been bad. Let's see how we do. So right now, as of me recording this, it is 11:51 p.m. So if I really wanted to, I could wait until the top of the hour and then continue this video, but I don't really want to make this video 30 minutes long, so I will not be doing that. I'll just be making do with whatever my support line is for now. Okay, so I got 162 million. Now, this is probably not a score that a lot of you guys will be able to achieve given your experience level in the game, the time spent in the game. But for me, this was easily achievable with my setup. But the most important thing is what I told you guys. Look out for a lineup that has exclusively Bardocks, and then look out for the extreme lineups that are exclusively the family Vegeta. Don't bring in any Tora, Fashas, Raditz, or anything like that to dilute the support line. I think that's the most important thing to take away from this. And then, of course, your main attacking unit, make it as strong as you can possibly make it, which is why the LR Physical Bardock is so highly coveted here in both slots, both the connector and the attacker. But if you can't do that or simply don't want to, go for the free-to-play unit instead, which is exactly what I did. With the free-to-play unit, I was able to obtain a 162 million attack or damage value. So far, you know, it's the early rounds, so scores are still updating, scores are still coming in. All of the Dokkan battle gods will very easily surpass me in no time. But in the meantime, I will make do with my top 1% score. I am going to do another run, though, but let's see here. 162 million. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So I could actually get another LR if I really wanted to, but I don't feel like it right now. Maybe towards the end of the week, if I decide to, then I will. But let's just do another run. Let's burn a Dragonstone. Burning a Dragonstone allows you to do another run with the same connectors, because otherwise you're going to have to just use whatever connectors you have left over. So let's do that. Let's do this. Now let's shuffle around and look for a better lineup. Maybe for argument's sake, we should include the Team Bardock in there. I don't know. For the extreme support line, we've got this again. we've got the exact same setup. So if anything, we could just try to go for a better score with the same setup, but I don't think that that would be worth it for the sake of the video. So I'm going to try to look for something different. You know what? I'm just going to throw this one. I'm going to throw this one for science. So this one has a full full Vegeta lineup with one Raditz in there. This is actually a really good one. Okay, so let's see the effect of having a Raditz dilute the pool a little bit. And then for the super side, let's actually keep the super side the same so that we can demonstrate what it actually happens when the Raditz enters there. Let's see how significant of a change there is. So nothing is different. The only thing that's changed here is the Raditz. And hopefully the 3 like connecting units, we can just try to emulate the exact same setup. Okay. 1, 2. We almost got it exactly the same. Oh, but the King Vegetas are all there. Oh man. Oh no. I was gonna try the King Vegetas, but I'm trying to keep all the variables as close as possible. So the extra Bardock was different. I picked the TUR physical Bardock instead of the Tech Dokkan Festival one. That is the other difference here. So there will be 2 reasons why the score is different. Our previous score was 162. This will most definitely be lower. 159. So you're starting to see the you're starting to see the score fall between the cracks there. So hopefully what I said did make sense. I'm gonna do one last run. Let's just see if we can get a better score with the setup that we were running. So let me do that one last time. LR. And actually, let's try this. Let's try this differently. Okay, let me change you out, and then we'll make you the attacker. Okay, so we're gonna make the physical LR Bardock the attacker, and then we're gonna have the Dokkan Festival Bardock be the. No, we'll do this. No, we won't do that. Let's do a run with a support line that has both the LRs, yeah, the physical and the int one. So let's go for that. And oh, it looks like the int team Bardock doesn't even show up. Oh, we can't even do that. Okay, so let's just try the Tech Dokkan Festival one then. So let's try Tech Dokkan Festival, and then let's go back to the same setup. So we'll do this, and we will go over here. Let's go for the King Vegeta strat. All right, so everything is exactly the same, except now we have changed the Dokkan Festival Bardock as the attacker for the super side. And we've made the physical LR Bardock the main attacker. Or sorry, Tech Bardock is the connector, LR physical Bardock is the attacker. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Chapow! All right, so I could do 3 Bardocks again. Yeah, let's do that. 3 Bardocks. It's actually the same exact ones too. All right. First score 162 million. Second score 159 million. What will the third score be? Let's see. Yeah. 157. Okay, so the drop off from the connector being an SS rank to an S rank is very significant. That is my takeaway from that. So yeah, if you can have the LR physical Bardock be your connector and then have the team Bardock be your attacker, I think that's the best setup considering your options, unless of course you go beyond and just farm out 2 of that. But that's gonna be it. So my run was successful. I was able to get into the top 1%, and I still can't find my name. It should be here. Come on, man. This is my one claim to fame. Before all the Dokkan, the chain battle gods work their way into the top like 50,000. This is when I'm supposed to have my time to shine. Why? Find me. All right, if you find me, just take a screenshot and post it or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Good luck, guys. Hopefully this is a smooth run for you. And if it's not, well, it's chain battle. So what did you expect? Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what score did you get on your attempt What was the pivotal play that you made to make your score better? Was it removing the Raditz? Was it removing the Tora, Fasha, Borgos, whoever? What is your setup looking like? Are you struggling on the extreme side, super side? Let me know your thoughts on the event in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and I'll remember to Dokkan responsibly.